The holy Bhagavad Gita says, no one should abandon duties because he sees defects in them. Every action, every activity is surrounded by defects, as fire is surrounded by smoke. Mesmerizing a statement very, very consciously said. A conscious statement is very close to God. In fact, it is God itself. No one should abandon duties because he sees defects in them. First of all, to see defects, you should be having a borrowed mind. It doesn't belong to you. It is what has been taken and kept in your mind as a fixed deposit. Otherwise, how do you find defect in them? You are given a duty. Duty is karma yoga. Karma yoga says keep doing work without expecting results. Raja yoga, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. Yes, the 4 stages. Front and the back, right and the left. Yes, that is the duty. That duty is so penetrating. Any duty is very close to God as long as you're deep in love with the duty, where we can roar like a 1,000-man warrior, where you have the freedom to go deep down inside. You take your freedom. Who is going to give you your freedom? No one should abandon duties. The day you abandon, the world abandons you. Yes. Duty. I'm not telling you should cling to your duty. It's 1 step leads to 1,000 steps. Go deeper and deeper. The moment you abandon, you are seeing the smoke, but not ready for the fire. You thought, I will rest, and you keep on resting. You keep on abandoning. When you feel you are tired, tiredness is not a way of giving up. Pain is not the way to give up. It is all the action of the nature of the God to find. It's a test of God to find out whether you escape from your problem, whether you are a strong, powerful person where He can hand over responsibilities to you. You have to prove, yes, nothing can stop me from hitting the target. Yes, when you practice 1,000 times, answer flows without thinking. When you practice 1,000 times, it strikes without thinking. No one should abandon duties because he sees defects in them. First of all, there is no defect. The defect is because of borrowed knowledge. Defect is because you are unconscious. You are conscious, then where is the defect? An opportunity comes, you grab it. When the situation turns tough, the tough keeps going. Then where is the defect? You are not worried about, you are not a pessimist, you are always an optimist. Yes. No one should abandon duties because he sees defects in them. What a statement! You're not telling you should abandon. When you abandon, yes, you're creating an orphan stage. Yes, nobody should be orphaned. When you abandon, you are orphaned. Yes, hold it on. Yes, God has given you an opportunity. Everyone has got a duty. Every action, every activity is surrounded by defects. Every action of your wife is surrounded by defects. Every action of your husband is surrounded by defects. Every action of a teacher is surrounded with defects. Every action of a child is surrounded with defects. The political leaders, the business community, the society, the God, everything is surrounded by defects in your eyes of borrowed knowledge, in your unconscious belief of your borrowed knowledge. Otherwise, there is no defects at all. You came from a place, so you think that what you studied is right. When you go to another place, you think their food is not correct, my food is tasty. No. When the wife speaks something, the husband considers the wife as goddess, and she is goddess. That's how you take her into your life. What do you think you take the devil into your house? She's goddess. She's Sita. She's Ma. So anything coming out from the mouth, every action of hers is a gospel of truth. If that you can understand, there is no disease at all, there is no friction at all. You can only see growth, you can only see the steps moving forward and forward and forward. When the husband opens the mouth, the wife shouldn't think, this is not the way my father has spoken. Yes. Everything what the husband speaks is a gospel of truth. Take it. Or if he wants to empty his mind of his borrowed knowledge, let him empty it not to you. You just laugh and embrace that one. Yes. Every action, every activity of your teacher, every activity of your student, every activity of grandfather and grandmother, because you go abroad, you come back, you think grandfather, grandmother, illiterate. You are illiterate. Your illiteracy comes from not knowing, you believe in your maintenance of your house, you buy a house, but you don't know how to rectify your electrical problems, a plumbing problems. A plumber, electrician comes, he is literate or you are literate. You do not know, so you call it. You are literally an illiterate. So do not judge, do not find faults in it. It's a way of life. Every action, every activity is surrounded by defects. Even Mother Teresa, the greatest lady who walked on this earth, on a wonderful fight, she was white. Notice, it looks short. People think this is soft. No, she fought. She went to the hospital and said, please give treatment. They said no. She said, then I will not leave the hospital. She refused. She fought for every 1 inch, and people started throwing stones. And she came out and said, stones into my chest. You want to throw? People were shocked. She came out. She didn't hide. This is how she built it up. And for her, people said she was taking money from the smugglers, from the dirty people. And when the reporters asked her, she said, how do I know they are a smuggler? It's the duty of the police and authorities to find out. Anybody and everybody walks into this temple is in God's form, in Jesus' form, yes. Anybody, everybody who invites you to your house, yes, comes in God's form. Husband and wife joins together. Aditi Devo Baba, yes. So beautiful, yes. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa also. Yamuna Maharshi also. All the top leaders, Swami Vivekananda, Chinmayanandaji. If you look, Shivananda Swamiji, all action of theirs was surrounded by defects for the materialistic world, for the other communities who are fanatics. Not a single master said that community is wrong. It is followers who interpreted and made it that way. As fire is surrounded by smoke, fire is surrounded by smoke, and the fire never gave up. Most of the people see the smoke and they try to run away. But look at the fire, the people, the focus. Yes, the focus is so much. They say they put a plank across the bottomless well and ask the student to walk on the plank. At the start, the students start walking on the plank. The master pulls the plank, and the students keeps falling and falling. It's a bottomless well. Keep falling and falling and falling and falling. In that falling, where is your religion? Where is your caste? Where is your community? Your shirt is torn off, the pants is torn out, everything is torn out. You keep falling and falling. Think of that. There's a cone in Zen. Keep falling and falling and falling. That falling should become a nobody. In that nobody, a beautiful thing arises. That was the power of that. As fire is surrounded by smoke, that's the fire of the Krishna. The focus is so powerful. It can only see fire, yes, whereas the smoke is surrounded, doesn't mind. Buddha, Mahavira, Guru Nanak, Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad, it continued as fire is surrounded by smoke. And you as the head of the family, or a part of the family, it's your duty to make sure the fire burns in your joint family system. Fire burns in your family tree, where everything is available, medicines, medicinal plants, cultural activities, the song and the dance in the house, the vibrates. Every inch of your house and the surrounding, it's a magnetic field you created. You were created, you have made God to walk into your house. You do not have to even invite. God itself is inside. What an activity. Every year you see a child getting married, every year a child growing, every year you see a child going to school, a joint family system. Every experience. A nucleus family has got zero experience, only bookish knowledge. They have to keep downloading from the Google to find out. And the husband is not well, the wife is not well. How to treat? The Holy Bhagavad Gita says no one should abandon duties because he sees defects in them. Every action, every activity is surrounded by defects, as fire is surrounded by smoke. This is the 47th short discourses. I have last 3 more to reach my 50th half a century. Thank you for being with me. Join me in prayers. God bless you.